Just waiting to see what's going on. Okay, we are live. So we're back. I had to take a week off from streaming. I fucked my voice last week with 2 weeks ago with the Road to Shiva Cavalry and then Doki Doki on top of it. And I wasn't gonna come back to this. I just it was a dating sim, despite its warning that it would kill me and crush my soul. It's like the Ring of video games. But all I got was this weird dating sim, and nothing was happening except these incredibly cute girls were flirting with this total, nudge. So I was gonna pass, and I was gonna, do something else, but everyone's telling me to stick with it. It gets really bizarre. So, da-da-da-da, we're back. We're back to Doki Doki. So, this is interesting, though, because I never booted the game back up again, and it's giving me this weird... it gave me a bunch of, like, arcade-style... BIOS stuff and everything. I have no idea what the side stories are. Okay. I have no idea what any of this is. Oh, you want to see waifu pics? Okay. Let's get back to it. Oh my god, I had forgotten the music. Okay, again! Like... 11:04, 11:53, okay. Okay, alright, we're back in this. Okay, all two of my ladies are not happy. I'm kind of going... The one girl reminds me of Amy Lee. Oh my god, I don't remember the fucking... I don't remember what I'm supposed to be picking for what girl. Shit. Now, okay, I'm gonna put this out there. In real life, I almost always try to date, like, become friends with a girl before a woman, before I try to date them. It's been so long since I've dated, they were girls back then. But, I have this weird, I really like being friends with a girl before I date them. Because I think there's a comfortability there and everything. I'm just a big freaking wuss. But, so that means I should be going with the little happy girl, but I kind of like the gothy chick. We can listen to Evanescence together. Suicide. Yeah, I had a feeling Entropy was her at least. So yeah, we're back to Doki Doki. Let's... Oh my god, what were their voices? Oh, fuck, I really should have done more research before starting this up again. Aw, man! I'm the last one here again? Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah! You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival, too. Which one's Natsuke? I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Huh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuke? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat and all kinds of delicious food. That sounds a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, they usually have fried squid. Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on! Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? Okay. I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because you're a squid. It's right in your name. And you play, oh man, Splatoon. Mon-Ika. That makes my skirt flare. Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke made no sense in translation. Nani? Oh, never mind. It's too meta for you. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori! I wave my hand in front of her face. Huh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? I just feel like you're a little off. Is your school outfit too tight again? Sorry for assuming things. Holy shit, Kirok! How you doing, man? Yes, this is me. I know, it's hard to tell with the voices. Yeah, Doki Doki. I've sank to a new low. When you tweeted you weren't streaming, I didn't think you'd be on tonight. Sayori, geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Alright, if you say so. I worriedly glanced at Sayori before turning back to everyone else. Oh, that's cool. I have to try out... This is totally off topic to the game. I just found out there was a Gamera game on the PS1. It's Japanese only. And I gotta make sure it functions. But it's like part FMV, part like rail shooter. Like, I just learned it existed. So I'm gonna make sure it works, and I might stream that tomorrow, depending on how this goes. Because this game is so bizarre, and like, God, it's a lot of reading. But the conversation is already dispersed, with everyone back to their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Thomas, what's up? This might sound a little strange, but, have you noticed anything up with Sayori lately? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a little downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica appears... Oh, Monica... here we go. Monica appears across the room with Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the only one asking... okay. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Thomas. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask you if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No, no, no. I am a busybody. This is like asking Hermione Granger not to give points on tests. It's important to me, too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. You sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, dipshit. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. Huh? She's been so much happier ever since she joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? Nani? No way! Sayori's always like that. She's always been full of sunshine and puppies and lollipops and cotton candy. It's not any different now than it always has been. Pardon me while I talk about another girl thinking you're hot while flashing my panties at you. You're so funny, Thomas. Alright, I'm just gonna leave this screen up here for the rest of the night. Good night, everybody. Have you ever thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you. No. Oh, I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Okay. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everything else, but it's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Oh, brother. Dude. Get a mitt and catch a clue. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. You know, I'm being a little harsh. I was in high school once and being terribly socially awkward. Yeah, I wasn't a hit with the ladies. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Oh, Lord. Before I know it, everything's back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Yeah, I wonder. Like, I don't know if I was this clueless. I feel like I should go to Sayori first, just because she's having a bad day. Oh, I forgot the music. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. That whore! I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends. Well, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. You're happy too, right? In this club? Yeah, I'm the only guy in a room full of really cute girls, but I'm just not happy at all. Of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Thomas. Sayori. Is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. Just a little tired today, because I was up making an effigy out of your hair. Alright, just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You know who she's starting to remind me of is the redheaded chick from Starship Troopers. Dizzy. She's reminding me a little of Dizzy. You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well. There's 4 of us in the room. I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sari cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. Did I even read her poem? Okay, well... Thomas, this is wonderful. I can feel the emotion that you poured into it. Is this the result of trying what I suggested yesterday? Yeah, I guess so. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more feeling. Yuri visibly swallows. Translation team, come on! Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to music chains? No, me either. I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer her that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. You saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe that. I really only write for myself. Oh boy, amen, sister. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? This is coming from a guy who's written multiple novels in his lifetime, right? Hundreds of pages of novels. And no one in my family has read a fucking word. My father took one of my books to his home, so for his second wife, my mother passed away, to read, and she didn't get past the first couple of pages because it was too gory. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? See, I'm super hot and intelligent, but I don't have any friends. For some reason, Yuri doesn't respond. Yuri! To Yuri. Yuri smiles sadly. Thomas, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway, but books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Not like the shitheads I live with. Alright, Kirak, I'll be here for the duration. Or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. They're just not corporeal. You know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. Your body type? Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, I'm really gonna pick on you. That voluptuous body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. Wow, she is Hermione. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Thomas. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. Okay, Yuri, seriously, normal's way overrated. Oh, welcome back. That was quick. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings. Ugh. And all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Thomas. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. Boy, this is a dark mirror, huh? Yeah, I did get to put my name in the game. Yeah, that would have been an interesting coincidence. The only time that's ever happened to me is Alan Wake has a whole scene about a guy named Thomas who goes insane and he writes his name on the wall a million times. I read too deeply into things, but every time, you've always just treated me like anyone else. Yeah, no, I'm treating you like the goddess you are. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. Aw, yeah. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. And I would say I've had at least one success. Oh boy, wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Sure, all it took was a week in the same class sharing poetry. And we're in the friend zone. It's right in my wheelhouse. Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Jesus, my voice just cracked like I'm in high school. Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Oh boy. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. Uh-oh, hold on, I'm yawning already. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss. But beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma, the easiest world to get lost in, is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick into your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish in the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to Earth forevermore. I'm aware that the beach is the kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to make a metaphorical approach to it. Take a metaphorical approach to it. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, haven't you heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, well, it was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again. I supposed to better compare the differences in our writing styles, or thought process. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request, 'cause I'm a sheep. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Monica. Fuck Natsuki. Hi, Thomas. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Haha. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Good job, Thomas! I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That fucking pose. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Unlike Sayori, who uses simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I've never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. Do your own thing. You just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. Speaking of trying new things. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. The Ballad of Hermione Granger. We're keeping everybody into tight little knits today. A tale as old as time. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth, the lady who knows everything, a beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, a victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glowing in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look in her eyes and I find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. Oh, it's the dragon scroll from Kung Fu Panda. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are all sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put that much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, would the world start to lose its meaning? Wouldn't. Excuse me. I can't fucking read tonight. You know what, Kirok? I have no fucking idea. Every time I boot it up, it tells me it's not for the faint of heart and that easily offended and easily disturbed people shouldn't play this game. But this is my second night streaming it. And this is it. So, I don't know what the fuck is going on. There's some of my friends have said it takes a really weird turn after chapter 1. So I'm just gonna read these poems, I'm gonna keep wooing these women, and we'll see where the fuck it goes. I'm invested enough now where I want to see what the hell could possibly be go down the shithole. Yeah, I'm curious. So we'll give it another night and see what happens. There's one thing I noticed. Sorry, back to the narrative. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? We're in fucking high school, stupid. I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. Honey, I am the most shallow motherfucker. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? Oh no, I just don't care because I know I'm not good. It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, or okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Well, I guess we gotta go to Natsuke. Oh man, this is seriously a step backwards. Huh? I like your last two way better than this one. I mean, I guess I can't be mad at you for trying different things. As long as you're not just trying to impress Yuri or something like that. Gross. Okay, I'm sorry. You know what? I own the Ace Attorney collection on Xbox, and I streamed one night of it. I really like the games. I'm just really bad. Like certain point and click games. My deductive reasoning isn't good. It isn't in sync with those games. So I often I fuck them up. like really bad. And for streaming, that's not great. And then, like, I don't want to have a guide open, you know, because that's not fun either. Because then I'm not reacting to shit. I played all of the Game Boy ones back in the day. And I love everything about them. Like, I love the characters, I love the style, I love the, you know, objection, you know, and all that shit. But I'm just terrible at them. It's kind of like Professor Layton, those games on the Game Boy, the DS. I'm not good at those either. But I'm better at those because they're puzzles for the most part. But not enough to like it doesn't come across well in a stream. So that's like when we got to the halfway point to the path to chivalry or cavalry or whatever the fuck it was, and the puzzle started getting so esoteric that I hit a roadblock where I was just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And then I had to go to a guide. And it was a funny game. I didn't want to be reading a guide. Oh, as far as the presentation goes, the collection's awesome. Especially now you can probably get it for like 10 or 15 bucks. And I think you get all three. I don't even know. Because they were originally Game Boy games. But they're great. I love them. I just suck at them. Like, you know what? I was tweeting about Guilty Gear. I was never good at Guilty Gear. And Guilty Gear Strive came out and I want to buy it. But all three of my favorite characters didn't make the roster. And I'm like, why am I fucking bothering? Like you said, I'm allowed to try new things. Back to the story. Sorry, folks. Like you said, I'm allowed to try new things. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? It's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Natsuka's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh, thanks. I don't have many female cadences in my repertoire. So, she's a little Harley without the Brooklyn accent. Oh, maybe I wouldn't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. How the hell do you call that a joke, you crazy bitch? It seriously hurt. Alright, well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing ever happened. I should look on the bright side. She could have hit me in the nuts. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that's... sea. I see that sparkles with brilliant light. A sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. This is actually a very interesting rhyme scheme, which is actually an Achilles heel for me. It's one of the reasons why I like Billy Joel so much. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea, and let me see you shine. Like, this rhyme scheme is A, A, B, C, D, D, E, C. And it's different. I like that. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. I just read that, stupid. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail. This sounds like a Sarah McLachlan song. And remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought that had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. That's a nice little poem. Yeah. I felt like I keep writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome! Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. Well, Yuri's take on it was a little more solemn. And hot. Whatever, sorry. Well, that's... Jeez, she better not say anything bad about mine. After all, she was the one who wanted to write about the same topic. Ugh, can you really see her doing that too? Oh, you can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic than trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold it a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have any catchphrase. Jeez! Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to, anyway? I thought you just went to pee. That's okay, please show some decency. Oh, come on! She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? And you didn't walk her home, you stayed here with me. I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? Oh, damn, I got called out by Natsuki. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No! First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's been kind of avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Ooh. That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people? Calm down, guys. I talked to her early and everything's fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them for different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can... Guys... Can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Bitch, please! Now Natsuki's pounding too? Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never give Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere! Yuri's expression suddenly changes, and she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great! You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Thomas. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Bow, bow, bow. That's one suggesting I spend the whole weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that?
I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I can give to you. It's not like Monika's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway.
Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that.
If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Thomas may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance.
I'm used to that, thank you, Yuri.
So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that! How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? It sounds more like you're just making excuses for Thomas to... Well, what are you saying? It'll be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think?
Guys. You're embarrassing yourselves.
Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, it never really matters. Okay, sorry. In the end, I think it's up to Thomas to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know. So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said. I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we settle this already? Yeah. Thomas, you're okay with this, right?
No, ladies. I'm totally not into you fighting over who gets to spend the weekend with me. It's like really obnoxious.
In the end, it's up to you.
Of course.
Very well. In that case,
everyone looks straight at me. But of course I'm going with... Jesus Christ. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri.
Me? Are you serious? Why would you...
Nah, it's okay. I can already tell you're about to say something mean.
No. I was just saying.
Yeah.
So you'll be helping with Yuri then, right, Thomas?
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sort of things. So I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking by yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay.
Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we needed to go over?
Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited might not be the right word. But I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Thomas?
Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out.
That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Fuck off! Natsuki? What? Why is everybody yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all.
Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room.
I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Thomas picked me.
Really?
And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so... I get it. I'm kind of surprised, though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. Sorry if I said anything bad.
Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. She already has trouble with words. Trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I could tell that she tried to say something that Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves.
No, I kind of appreciated it. Sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I am going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then.
Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry. Wow, I just give the most Canadian sorry of my life. I'm from fucking New Jersey. What the fuck am I doing? Sorry. I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? Smooth. Yeah. I think a lot of us are in this club. I think that would be the best way, yes. Okay, hold on. I need a drink of water. This game is brutal on the voice. Alrighty then. Yuri and I exchanged phone numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Why did you need my phone number then? Huh? My house? And why wait till Sunday? Is that a problem? No, not at all. Thanks for giving me Saturday to clean. I just thought that I would be the one to go to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense, but if you don't mind, I think that I would prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. Oh, for a reason why she doesn't want us to go to her house. Okay. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. Not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Thomas. I think that we'll make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait! You don't actually think that, do you? How does... Alright, I'm sorry. I'm breaking the fourth wall here. No girl that is this hot is this insecure. I'm sorry. I'm calling bullshit. I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. And who I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. Trust me, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. Good lord. I believe you. As if it took her a tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Because I sing in the church choir. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house this Sunday? My anxiety shoots through the roof. Alright, now this is me! Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. There's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I had to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait! It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. What the hell does that mean? There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. Aw, yeah, just ease it in. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But, putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. So text her, you idiot. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Well, jeepers. Hi, Sayori. Hi, Thomas. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri tonight? Oh, how did you know about that? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Thank you. Sayori had already left by the time we decided the last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival about the festival preparations, right? Oh, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course, but I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Thomas. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori, you're scaring me. I grab Sayori by his shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Thomas. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You are fucking stupid. You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Thomas? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. Oh boy, this got heavy. Fuck. Okay, great. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. Oh boy, we're gonna get into some really personal shit on this one. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Okay, because one of the biggest parts of massive chronic depression is the feeling that you're so worthless that everything you do is a burden on other people. And that even when you reach out, when people want to hear from you, you feel like you're bothering them. I could write a dissertation on this subject. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, hi, my name's Thomas. I'm a chronically depressed mess. Brother. Why is it you've never told me about this? Yeah, because if opening yourself up was that easy, the world would be a lot better place. It almost feels like you've been betrayed as I've been betrayed as your close friend. Who am I, fucking Tila? No. Oh,
I hate it when my own character's a douche. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make sure every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. And there's the rub. Oh my god, I'm Sayori. You don't understand at all, Thomas. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. Wow, this is really well written. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. Wow, this chick is very manic. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. Holy shit. Alright, I'm gonna make you start listening to Garbage, the band, and... You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting. That's what I'll do. No, Thomas, there's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Oh, this is fucking hitting hard. Tears streak down Sayori's face. This is like when I was playing Hellblade, Senua Sacrifice, and it was like trying to put across the feeling of schizophrenia, and it's like recognizing it in an art form when you've been through it is really kind of jarring. Like it's this is a little rough. You'll notice I'm laughing too because that's my automatic response when things hit me emotionally. Is I make jokes. Yeah, I'm kind of broken. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am, and that's why I'm going to accept these punishments because I deserve every last one. I just hope, like. It's one thing if this game is about, like, takes a sudden turn into monsters and shit. I don't want the girls starting to off themselves. Without thinking, I want to grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Ah! Thomas, Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Because I met Yuri. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile, though. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. Wouldn't have it any other way. Thomas, Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. Oh, man. Jesus Christ, I've done this, too. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Don't make me feel. Thomas, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. No, yeah, sorry, that's not that easy. And if there's anything else you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Thomas. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you?
It's what I want. I promise.
I think that would be nice then.
Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel.
No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you.
It's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head.
I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right?
It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest.
It's okay. Don't worry too much about it.
Okay, Tommy Wiseau. Don't worry about it, Bab.
I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Alright, if you think I'm not calling you tonight, you're insane. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit our house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri?
Thank goodness.
You're a little early.
I'm sorry I wasn't home yet.
Were you waiting for a long time?
No, I just got here.
Oh, I'm doing the wrong voice.
But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell.
You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried on more on my way home.
I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that, for some reason.
It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you.
That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well?
Yeah, pretty much. Except for the Xanax I was supposed to get for Sayori. At least I hope I got everything right.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. Alright, this isn't my room because there is not one Rogue or Godzilla thing in this room.
It's so clean.
I cleaned it before you came over, so...
It's very considerate of you to do.
No, the stench alone. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here.
Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean.
Yeah, no, underwear and socks all over the floor and everything. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine.
I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out.
It's fine, it's fine. That's my porn drawer. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started?
Yeah. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements.
Atmospheric enhancements? Did you bring incense over, Yuri?
You know, mood lighting.
Aromatherapy candles. Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far.
Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place.
Oh, I thought she was setting this up for what we were doing.
Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more.
That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person.
Intense?
I guess that's the best way to put it.
Is that a bad thing?
No, not at all. It's something I like about you, actually.
Is that so? That makes me feel relieved and kind of happy.
Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little.
Relax.
You want a massage?
I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Let's see.
Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. Let's try it here. What's that wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. Holy shit. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Like, not at all. Oh, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you use, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes the switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? For tying you to the bed. Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Oh no, am I the origami killer? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? You mean like the poetry minigame I've been doing every night? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon and hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you were so good at this, Yori. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Ooh. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed than when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Thomas. You can write any characters you want. I guess they mean kanji. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Oh, alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag one more time and pulls out a pocket knife. Huh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. What? Is this... She has a Valerian steel knife? That's no ordinary pocket knife. That's not a knife. Looks really fancy. Well... Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're gonna think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. Yeah, how many Godzilla figures I had when you were coming over? To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. And blood is so lovely when it spurts from my victim's wounds. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. Yeah, you're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. In fact, I want to see you roll up your sleeves to make sure you're not a cutter, Yuri. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where'd you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Thomas! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. Duh. I barely touched it at all. That's my fault. I should have warned you. That knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Okay? Because I bind books in human skin. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look, licking her lips. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Oh, you idiot! Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri. Okay, can we... as long as you're willing to ignore the raging hard-on I have right now. It's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but god damn was it hot. But I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. No, she's not. She is reacting at precisely the right level for that. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I'm gonna offer her my finger and go, suck it! I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Alright, I'm down. Thomas! Did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Thomas. Yuri giggles shyly. Huh? Yuri calling me weird? That is... Yeah, kettle, this is the pot. You're black. I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? Honey, I don't have bandages. I don't think I need one, really. It's just a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thing you come up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Oh, that's right. One of the items you asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. Watercolor? We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. Excuse me again. Ugh, God. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it'll be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate and catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri! Where was she hiding? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so... Let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we'd do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the barrier. The barrier? The banner. Jesus. Starting with the colors for sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me.
If you say so, it's going to be an ode to me written in my own blood. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. Jesus Christ, you're negative. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I don't even usually want to. Yeah, I know, you read a lot. I just like it when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes me feel a bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. That's so. Even if Yuri and I are quite different, and I can understand where she's coming from, I feel that way about some things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Yeah. Kumanesai. Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Oh, brother. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with a towel. Oh, boy. Is something wrong? No, I think I just came. It's hot, I just didn't expect it. Oh, sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Just for a little while longer. It feels really nice. I thought it was searingly hot. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was a minute ago. Ah? Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired, and how tight my pants are. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it! I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? Totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Wah, wah. Oh, you idiot. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? Hey, I loved headbutting you, baby. No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was just a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Oh. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we could have extra time after finishing the work.
Well,
Yuri thinks to herself.
I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer.
Apologies.
I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well.
That's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker.
No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right?
Yeah.
So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything.
Gathering all our things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. That doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door.
Thank you very much for having me today.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, I'm not gonna touch that one. No problem. I was glad to help.
Just let me know if there's
anything else you need me to bring tomorrow.
I will. Well then,
Yuri fidgets.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over, or we can go out somewhere. Oh, I forgot that you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway. right. You know what I'm trying to say, so.
You're very thoughtful, Thomas.
Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand.
I kind of like that about you.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back.
Sayori?
Huh?
Hi, Thomas.
Sayori.
Just now, we weren't... It's okay, Thomas. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Aw, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right?
Of course. Sayori beams.
Yeah, so, I'll see you tomorrow.
Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. And that's the way I'm used to him leaving a day with me. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come over here and see it for myself.
See what? What are you talking about?
You know. How much fun you were having with Yuri.
Yeah. She cut my finger with her knife, I headbutted her, and then she held a boiling hot towel to her face.
And how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Tears started to fall down Sayori's face.
That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Thomas? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear.
Sorry, don't say that.
It's true. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just...
Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an extra lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. Oh boy. Okay, high school simplicity at its best.
But...
Sayori looks away. Put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared, Thomas. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Thomas. I like you so much that I want to die.
Whoa.
That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore.
I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you.
Nani? Oh, man. Oh, man. uh, Tell her, Corbin? Really? You're gonna Fifth Element me on this shit? She looks a little like Lilu, actually, now that you mention it. Like, this is weird though, because you can tell your best friends you love them. I really would love context. Like, I've gotten you'll always be my dearest friend, okay? It's a knife to the heart. It is so fucking awful. It sucks so bad that I would never in my life do this to another person. Like I'd ever get the chance. Like, oh man. But I don't want to tell her I love her. Alright. I'll probably still be agonizing over this decision, Karak. I don't want to tell her I love you and then be like... I don't want it to be a sympathy I love you. You know? Oh, this sucks. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? How do I save? They're not gonna let me save? I hit the wrong one! Oh, Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me, I know what's best, and that will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back the way they were. I see. Sorry, forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. God damn it, what button? Oh man, the last autosave was all the way back here. Well, this is convenient. The problem is I really, really like Yuri, too. Yeah, no, I accidentally hit a button I shouldn't have hit. So I actually reloaded to get here. I'm gonna give her the I love you. Because, I mean, Yuri's the one I want to bang. So... I love you. Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. Oh, magnanimous of me. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Thomas? Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Thomas, is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Thomas. I want to be with you forever. Yeah, me too. Oh, high school bromance is always so eternal. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why, even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Thomas. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay. I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? You should really date before you blurt I love you. Like, as the king of saying I love you way too early. I've never done it before the first date. What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Wait, what? Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I can handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. Okay. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Thomas? Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Sayori, I can't tell you that. Huh? I don't understand what she means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Oh boy. Oh great, Sayori just turned into codependent. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is, even though I can comfort her. I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know, but I know that I'll give it everything I got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. It's the day of the festival! Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, as I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Thomas! You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared to have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Thomas. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. What? I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Sheesh.
The grapevine in this school is fucking brutal. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Huh? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. They say Hail Satan! Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yodi's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Oh. Did she just submit an all work and no play make Jack a dull boy poem? Oh, all right. We'll do this. Get out of my head. Copy paste. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I know how much I love you. I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What the fuck? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Thomas? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so, well, alright. Try not to take too long, though, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they've always been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer, since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. I'm getting Gone Home vibes. I don't know if you ever played Gone Home. It's a cool, game, but, I won't spoil it, but going toward the end of that game, going to the final little area, was terrifying because you didn't know what the fuck was gonna be up there, and all signs pointed to something terrible. Sayori, she really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all, waking her up in her own house. That really is something a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it feels just right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Do any of us have parents? Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. What in the blue fuck? What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe that what my eyes are showing me. Nothing. You didn't miss anything. I told her I loved her, and I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her.
Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it had always been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend, someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 Never.
Ooh. Okay, sure. Let's see who I can kill before you get back.
What the fuck, game? Oh my god. I kind of wish I had saved. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? I'm sorry, I should be reading this. Games and anime. There's always the anime club, but that's when girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things and stare blankly at the wall, we can pronounce a motivation. Clubs. There aren't any of interest to me. Besides, one of them would probably be too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start the anime club. Thomas? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. What? What did you come in here for, anyway? Oh, I've been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Uh-huh. About that.
Okay. Yeah, she really killed herself. The game reset. And then... This is weird. Because now I don't know... I actually quit the debate club. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna do something crazy. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. See? Weird shit's going on. The game is like pretending to glitch, and now it's erased Sayori from the game. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. See? It's like it erased Sayori from existence. It's really hard finding new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature, too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Thomas. Any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor?
I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Yeah, this game is very messed up, but what I'm gonna do is get to the club and then save, and then I'm gonna load the others where I said we were friends and see what happens. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Yeah, no shit. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I can check it out. Awesome! You're really sweet, Thomas, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! Alright. Oh my god, it erased my old saves. It erased my old saves. See, look at the fucking screen. Oh my god, I can't even... I can't go back and get her back. I can't undo that. Wow, that is fucked up. All right, now we're in. Now we're totally in. I'm back. And I brought a guest with me. A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Thomas. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. I'm losing my mind. So I ran into Thomas in the classroom and decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought someone new? I was gonna, well, you know, sorry, I didn't forget that, I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Thomas? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As the president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club feel exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find just these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Holy shit!
shit, look who fucking look what the cat dragged in. Yeah, it was a nice stream while it lasted. Thanks, old painless. Wow. And it's funny because the game is pretending to glitch, so if you see something glitchy, it's not you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I've already killed a woman in this fucking stream. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and a reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least can enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Thomas, what kind of things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read these last few years, being in high school and all, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered to myself, quietly to myself, half joking. Yes. Okay. In case anyone missed it, I told Sayori that I loved her. I hugged her, and she said that she thought she'd be happy in that moment, but it was more painful to her. And I'm like, I'm gonna take care of you. We'll make it through this together. We'll be cool. I'll do whatever it takes to make you put a smile back on your face. And then she hung herself. And now she was erased from the game. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, I can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yori's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yori? Well, let's see. Yori traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. It's not that it never happened. Sayori never happened. She's gone. She's erased from existence. This is all going on mostly as it did before, except Sayori never existed. She's been completely removed from the narrative. And it's really fucking weird. No, nobody remembers her. She's gone. She got matrixed the fuck out of here. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. This is like the game reset and erased Sayori from the game. It is so weird, but I love it. I'm so off balance, and it's so great. But yeah, I'm a little like, wow. Yes, she was pruned. She must have been a variant. It had to. That's what it was. The TVA showed up and wanted her out to the fucking the end of time to get eaten by that smoke monster. That's fucking funny. Does this game even give me the ability to bring her up again? No, dude. It erased my save files from the last game. I can't even go back and try to, like, it completely erased everything about her. So, she's just gone. It's so fucked up. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Yeah, I'd have to start a whole new game. But the thing is, with that skip, like these aren't like conversation branches, really. You could hit that skip button and go through this like lightning. Like, I could get to that point again in a new game in a few minutes. But I want to see where this is going. I don't want to reset it. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Oh, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to on a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Like how Lovecraft makes you read racist stuff. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give me that back! Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Oh, sorry. Ugh, god damn it. The work is killing me. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think it's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't... like... not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Nani? Yatsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. Alright, thanks, Kirok. It was good to see you. Good to talk to you again tonight. Get some sleep. Oi! We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Thomas? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. Never said I'd join. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Thomas. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival... I'm defenseless against these girls. Yeah. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? All the estrogen clouding my brain. I would feel terrible for letting her down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Thomas? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Thomas, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Thomas, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Like I express myself, with my ass. Yeah. Can I really impress Class Star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. Oh boy. Like, are we gonna 10 little Indians this thing? Like, am I gonna end up killing all of these girls? With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuke, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Yeah, okay. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright! I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. So we're gonna go back to the poem minigame. Yeah, credits roll. Roll credits. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Oh my god. Is Sayori... Okay. Alright, wait a minute. Everyone I pick is going to the wrong girl. I got about 50-50 on that one. Like, I don't want to skip all this dialogue even though I read most of it because it's got to be different without Sayori. Hi again, Thomas. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I can keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Like, we spent a whole portion with Sayori looking for stuff, right? I was the last thing to come in, everyone's hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Thomas. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. By the way, she wrote a poem out of that. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. I'm sorry, I was watching the stream, because it's like 30 seconds behind, to see what the hell that effect was. You already had to be dragged here by Monika. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Okay. Yeah, it's glitching out. Natsuke, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga in her room. What? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Thomas. We'll make sure you put the comfort to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. Jesus. I want to try and be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? It just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want to feel left out. So here's The Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien. A good first read book. So I picked out a book I thought you might picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so if you so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Nothing accidental about it. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
The Kama Sutra?
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Whoops. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for her distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages.
Uh...
Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks a glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Now that I'm used to.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped reading at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
Oh, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yodi isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon, just not right now.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's the story about, anyway?
Well,
I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison.
Oh, Jesus.
And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... that might be a bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really looking into it. The book, I mean. Not the strange thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it?
Yuri made it sound as if it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Thomas?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I read manga, remember?
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective, when horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil,
but because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyway.
What the fuck?
Wait, what'd that say? Then suddenly, yeah, okay.
I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Yeah.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts...
My whole body gets what?
I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It is a literature club after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to, but...
What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book and I put it in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone.
I see. Wait, I thought she said she liked reading with her friends. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry.
I was just bathing in the what? Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. What the fuck, man? It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're held even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready? To turn the page.
Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted there for a minute. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it on my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page feels almost like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but... Love me! The main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not.
Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that.
That's what you're thinking about? Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her.
Something else?
Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why I came into my head. Why that came into my head.
Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. He's acting like he knows her, even though we just met. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little...
Am I breathing?
Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. Mind if I?
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water.
Alright, don't push yourself reading too hard there, darling. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about?
Thomas, did something happen just now?
Huh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess.
So you don't know anything?
Sorry, I can't say I do. You worried about her?
Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her.
No, I didn't do it. What?
Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Now, if it's the one I want to kill, it should be Natsuki. She's eager to read my poem, and I want her to know what I'm putting in effort.
Hi, Thomas. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing.
Oh, it's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Thomas. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I am Monica my poem.
Great job, Thomas. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. Now that was what... It was really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you for you to go something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everybody's expectations low. That way it only counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much of her time in her own head, and it's probably much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must really be starved for social interaction, so I don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Oh, so don't blame her. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more than glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Yeah, this is the same one. Wait a minute. This isn't the same one. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced around at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrolling plays tricks in my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. He's right. It's right here. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, it's the kind of style that's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yep, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. I read this already. Yuri! As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes light. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that your specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but all it comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. It also helps that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuke can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuke. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which kind of itself is kind of funny. After all, this is supposed to be a literature club. Ghost Under the Light. Tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath my amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. Okay, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I'm sorry to have such a terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you such a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Thomas. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, poets, bleh, and experiences in their works. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in the last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all of this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Thomas. Me too? I'm going to continue doing the best for me. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. It's a little blunt. Excuse me, princess. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you like it. The fucking music. Bloop, 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 bloop. These are all subtly different, I think. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it fine. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I get it. But the other nice thing is that simple writing is that it puts the weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it's meant to be a pro. Well, that's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows firm in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? No, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come up with nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I wouldn't have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Thomas did too. So based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions of my own. Fuck off. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Thomas liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up to her impressive full 4 feet of height. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Thomas appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Thomas started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own securities on the... Oh. Taking out your own... Okay, I'm gonna let this ride. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Who's talking? You wanna be edgy, bitch? What the hell? Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? Wow, I was right about her. What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Thomas hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she just knows I was standing there. Thomas, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Who the fuck are you? Oh, Monica. I didn't recognize her that close. Hey Thomas? Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Jesus, she quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri has made him said to Natsuki. Or did. Thomas, please don't hate me. Please? I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me as if she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kinda sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Thomas. It would be just embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? Sorry for causing trouble, but I really... Well, that was easy. Another day passes. You know what? I need a drink. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry. God, this game is brutal on my voice. I think it's all the female voices, like, are making me do falsetto, which is tiring. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Thomas. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's just me, or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over his shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Yet suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me into the corner of the room. How about yesterday? I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you could be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Thomas? I don't know what happened there. Don't say those kind of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything's a little bit brighter with you around, and... sorry, what am I saying it right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monika? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man. Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either? Yuri is clearly taken aback about how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help to worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So... Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Jeez.
Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about little things, aren't you?
But I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. Hehe. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Hehe. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still really not good yet. Still? That must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Aw, well thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song. It's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
That sounds cool. I look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Thomas.
Monica smiles sweetly while swishing her little skirt around. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently.
I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks! So I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really, no. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet.
Thomas, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Yeah.
Definitely. I planned on it anyway.
Okay, can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason.
Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy.
Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this.
Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag.
Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. Pitcher? What the fuck is wrong with me? Pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug this into the teacher's desk and then I'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back.
I might as well walk with you.
That's okay. Stay here. Won't take long.
Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom.
Did Yuri leave you again?
No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea.
Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding.
10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Oh, shit. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be with the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway.
Ha ha. Ha ha.
What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. Sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone's sucking air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Holy shit, this game just went WandaVision on me.
I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Thomas, do you like oolong tea?
But, yeah. Anything's fine.
Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot.
You really do this properly, don't you?
Of course. I shouldn't do anything less than when I'm making tea for others.
Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything.
Hoo-hoo. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed.
Yeah, perhaps I will.
Yuri fetches a teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself.
You must be in a good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway.
Ah, that's great, Yuri. Don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, Thomas. It's very endearing.
Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us.
Thomas, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Okay. Why's that?
It's just a little easier on my back.
Yes, I'm sure. You know what? With that chest, she probably does have back trouble already.
I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have my back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Is that so? I wonder why that is.
It's most likely because your
posture, right?
Always hunched over like that while reading? Yeah, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it will go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each one holding one half of the book, except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Huh? Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Accidentally. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Oh, that's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Oh, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me and she needs to confirm what happened. Thomas? Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't... Thomas? Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Thomas? My heart. My heart won't stop pounding. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Thomas? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Oh! Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Oh boy. Oh boy. Now, I read that Doki Doki is like a onomatopoeia for a heartbeat in Japanese. It's time to share poems. Who should I show my poem to? Oh boy. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Thomas, this one might even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Well, maybe that's why you did a good job explaining. I really wanted to give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. That makes me so happy. So makes me feel unvalued. Everything you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, Thomas? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now, I just want you to read my poem too. Okay? Wheel. A rotating wheel turning on an axle. Grinding bolt head? Grinding bolt head. I guess bolt head. Linear gearbox. Oh, alright. Falling sky. 7 holy stakes. A docked ship. A portal to another world. A thin rope tied to a thick rope. A torn harness. Parabolic gearbox. Expanding universe. Time controlled by slipping cogwheels. Existence of God. Swimming with open water in all directions. Drowning. A prayer written in blood. Do you know the paper's a little wacky too? A prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes. A thread connecting all living human eyes. A kaleidoscope of holy stakes. Exponential gearbox. A sky of exploding stars. God's disproving the existence of God. A wheel rotating in 6 dimensions. 40 gears and a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. A bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connective. A sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. Doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping it. I just really like the way that it writes, so I wrote this poem with it. And now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. Thomas, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in itself. But when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. What? I'm not saying it's your fault, though. But I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time around me. To put it lightly, I at least have got it together in the head. And I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't... Bright, beautiful colors? Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent grating with... What? Waveforms, sorry. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. Soundless... Meaning, of meaningless. Delete her. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's rating tip of the day. Soon you'll be. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You'll never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything? Please delete her? I like your last one better. Really? Yeah, well... You can tell you're a little more daring with this one, but you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat. That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care that you spend who you spend time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. It's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Now this one looks familiar. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her sing my favorite song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words, but she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. Doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world's better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone.
Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something you're afraid of people finding out. They make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what somebody likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Such are the two girls in this very club, whom I respectively won't name. Kind of ironic that even in one place of comfort, I can't even have people respect me. Geez, now you're making me complain too much.
What the hell did I do? For what it's worth, I respect you.
Well, I guess thanks. But it's kind of obvious you respect Yuri more, so whatever. We're done sharing, so you can leave now.
Okay. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Thomas joined, and we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know?
What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members just means everyone gets nosier and gets more difficult to manage.
That's okay. I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The literature club would be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It would be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work together to put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Thomas?
Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Thomas to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Thomas joined. As for me, I just like it a little better here than I do at home. And Thomas isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one here who's interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once.
Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsu's word. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Thomas went on to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation, no. Natsuka's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I even think that anyone here saw it in the same way I did? That doesn't mean we're getting new members or anything. Thomas, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even going to give us... you were even given a choice not to join. Monica sits and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuke.
What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest?
It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone in the club like that.
You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends.
Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't that many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Thomas, it's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks out of the classroom. Yuri, this is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. What the fuck? I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Thomas? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decided to give an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change, too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you'd like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright? Well, maybe we can talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri? I know things are a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president, and also a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever, okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Thomas? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Thomas before we leave, just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow! Monica leaves as Yuri exits the classroom. Whew. Things have been a little hectic lately, haven't they? Thomas, I just want to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know. I don't like seeing the other girls giving you a hard time with how mean Natsuki is and everything. And Yuri being a little bit, you know, Sometimes I feel like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple of days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There's just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you can understand. Uh-oh. She's down there? What the hell? Hi, Thomas. We're gonna fucking save. Oh, it was an autosave anyway. That's weird. I can't get to that menu. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. Monica! I told you not to. Ugh. Is she really late again? Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me? Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Me? Nothing. Is it really that bad? See, it is something. I'll get over it. It's not even anything noteworthy. I just have been feeling a little on edge lately. Anyway, we don't need to talk about it. Well, I just felt like I needed to bring it up. It's not like I really care or anything. Oh, man. I'm the last one here again? Well, Thomas just walked in, too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival and, Right. I forgot. About that, Natsuki. We were all talking yesterday and, well, we decided that we would like to support the festival as well. However, I understand how you feel about not wanting the club to change. I think we all find and feel that way. So as long as we're all working together, this club will never become something we don't want. Also, if you could help us out with the festival, then I'll buy you a new manga. Sorry, that last part was really funny. Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we can do together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. But more importantly, I would hate to see the event suck just because I chose to back out. I'm a pro, you know. So I'm gonna help too, and we'll make sure it's done right. Thank goodness. Isn't that great, Monica? Monica? Yeah, that's wonderful. It wouldn't be the same without you, Natsuki. Anyway, Thomas, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we could... We already have plans today. Oh, is that so, Yuri? That's correct. Thomas is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad I've already gotten him into literature, Monica? I suppose. It's just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes! Thank you for your understanding, Monica. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. Okay, this has happened before. This is when she went to get water and freaked out. Jesus Christ. Wait. How did I... Sorry. I just had a really weird deja vu. This hasn't happened before or anything, right? My head's been a little fuzzy lately. I hope it wasn't really been showing or anything. I would hate for you to think I'm weird just because we started spending time together. I mean, everyone has a few usual things about them, but expressing those things as soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or unlikable. At least that's what I've discovered. When I was a bit younger, I think it would come on really strong and get a little too intense. It made people not want to be around me. So I started hating those things about myself. My obsession with certain hobbies, and the way I can't control myself when I get too excited about something. So, I eventually stopped trying to talk to people. If nobody could ever like me for the things that matter most to me, then it's just easier if I close myself off. But recently something's been wrong. I don't know what it is, but every time I come to the club, my head starts to go crazy. Like it's going to rip out of my chest. Heart. Stupid. Sorry. It overwhelms me with energy and emotions that I can't let out. It's been making me do weird things. I don't know why it's happening. Thomas? Is it me, or has Monica been acting a little off lately? She's always been a sweetheart ever since I joined the club, but recently I've been feeling something sharp whenever she's around. I'm not crazy, right? Please tell me I'm not. I couldn't say anything before because she's always listening. But finally, we're alone. Can we just stay here for a while? Yeah. I just want to stay here. Just the two of us. We can stay here till club ends. Then we'll have the club room all to ourselves. Nobody to interfere with our reading time. Nobody to make me feel like stabbing myself in the throat. That was a joke. Just a joke. I do like knives, though. It sounds strange, but you wouldn't understand if you've never seen how beautiful they can be. I can't tell, is that Monica or Sayori? I have an idea. Why don't you come to my house sometime? I can show you my collection. I've gotten them from all over, from various artisans. I make sure to give them all a fair share of use. I don't want them to get lonely or anything. Nobody deserves to be lonely. Nobody. That's why I'm so happy you joined the literature club. Now we don't need to be lonely anymore, because we have each other. Every day. That's all we need. You know what? Let's quit the literature club. There's no need for us to be around Monica's slimy tongue anymore. Not to mention that other pathetic child. We can walk home together every day after school. And read together. Eat together. Sleep together. Doesn't that sound perfect? It's everything we could ever want. Isn't that why you joined the club in the first place? It's almost like it was fate. Fate that we should meet each other. And now we get a happy ending that we patiently waited years for. Will you do that with me? Okay. I love it. I love everything about it. Thomas, I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it, please? Sure, I don't care. You're too nice to me, Thomas. I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right? Yuri holds my poem to her chest. I'm going to take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope that makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. What the fuck? You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really going to want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it. Do you like it? I wrote it for you. In case you couldn't tell, the poem is about... More importantly, I could doubt it with my scent. See, aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? I think I'm going to vomit. Don't say I didn't warn you, Thomas. What? You gave your poem to Yuri? Gross. What is it with you two? It's not like I wanted to read it anyway. It's just pissing me off a little bit that you didn't even think to show it to me at all. Ugh. Okay, I guess I'm going to share my poem with you anyway. I really hate that I have to do this, but unfortunately I don't have much of a choice. Just read it carefully, okay? Then you can go away. I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri has been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean, but she's not normally like that. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive. Things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her. But if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening, and know I'm going to hate myself later for admitting that, but right now I don't care. I just feel so helpless, so please, if you can do something to help, I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Just please try to do something for her. As for Monica, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she just wants to ignore it, so I'm mad at her right now, and that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading. I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault, and she's so unlikable. Can you hear me, Thomas? If you would spend more time with Monica, all the problems would go away. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Monica from now on. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. What the fuck? Okay, everyone, it's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is often foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Look, can we just get this done? I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, I was thinking, I want to make cupcakes. Yeah, that. Glad we're on the same page. Yuri, you can... Well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want, as long as you think it'll help. Monica? I'm not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I'd like to do. We can just run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. I'm going to make decorations and set up some nice mood lighting. There, see? That's a great idea. And that gives us all something to do. Huh? What about Thomas? Thomas is going to help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monica. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like how it is? What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too. Why, your cupcakes? Please. Like you would fucking know. All you care about now is dragging Thomas around with you in your stupid books. You and Monica. Hey, I didn't even do anything. Okay, then why not let Thomas decide who to help instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monica. Just let Thomas make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. Fine. Jeez. Thomas, I know how fed you up you are with these two by now. We can just... Natsuki? Shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself. You shut your mouth! Oh, for God's sake. This is never going to end. Just make the choice, okay? Not that I think this is gonna matter. Great, now I don't know if the game actually glitched out or not. I think it freaking glitched out on me. But you know what? I've been streaming for over 3 hours already. Let me just try something here. Okay, we're back. This is what happened before. Okay. Okay, so I can't... It said to delete her. But I can't do that. I hate this. I can't do anything. Nothing. And no matter how many times you play, it's all the same. It would be really, really easy to kill myself right now, but that would mean I don't get to talk to you anymore. All I want is for you to hate them. Why is that so hard? Oh, shit. She deleted... Monica deleted... As a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt. All thrashing to escape the feeble hold on their hosts, seeping through every little crevice they can find. Into their willpower, starving them of all motivation and desire. Into their stomach, forcing them to drown in guilt and comfort food. Or into newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new skirt. Okay, so... Natsuke has a eating disorder. What the hell? Oh, right. That was when she was... Okay, so the game recognizes Sayori as a character in her bedroom. Huh. Interesting. Oh, I can set wallpaper. Ooh. Oh, achievement unlocked. Error. Okay, so all the music's in here. Okay, you know what? That's gonna do it for tonight. I've been streaming for over 3 hours, almost 3.5. So, we might come back this tomorrow. I might need to give my voice a rest. We'll see. But yeah, definitely fucked up. This game's fucked up. Anyway, even if I don't get to this tomorrow, we'll definitely do more next week. I think I have Thursday and Friday off next week, so I'm going to just be doing some midweek streams. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it. As always, Thomas10273 on Twitch and Twitter, MSD3KNJ on YouTube. And we'll see you next time. We'll see you tomorrow night. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.